Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, in this video, we are looking at what I brought from the Adelaide Comic and Toy Fair that I went to on the 6th of October this year. I'm obviously recording this video a couple of weeks after that because I actually previously did a video on it and I had to look through it back again and realize I actually said a lot of wrong things. So I am redoing this video. Anyway, so this is all the stuff that I found. I spent probably a little bit too much money than I wanted to, but the prices on the stuff, if you see prices on anything, is not what I paid. And I'll get to that and get to how much I roughly paid on the stuff. And then, so what I'll do is I'll show you everything and talk about stuff I found also. And I've got some pictures of some games that I found that I would have loved to have got also, but they were just wasn't meant to happen. So we'll show them after I've gone through everything. Anyway, so what we've got first is we've got some Godzilla comics. Now, I'm from Adelaide. I'm not from Adelaide, but I go to Adelaide a lot. I'm from South Australia, obviously. So there's a comic book shop in Rundle Mall, and they sell a lot of comics. And I've seen this Godzilla one mainly a lot, and they sell their comics for all different prices. They're about like, because they go off conversion rates and US and that. So they're about between like, I don't know, $7 to $15 a comic. And I've seen this Godzilla one a lot and I really wanted to get it. And I didn't want to pay $7 for it, mainly because I'm not a huge comic book person, but I like the art and I like the way they look. And then, so when I got to the Comic and Toy Fair, I had a good look around first. And then I'm like, all right, we'll buy stuff when I find it and slowly and not go too crazy, because you know what it's like when you have a decent amount of money and you just buy everything and then, you know, an hour later you got no money and then what? So I tried to not go too crazy. I was there nearly all day. It started at 10 in the morning and it didn't finish till like 3 in the afternoon. So I was there for like, you know, 6 hours or however long it went for. So yeah, anyway, we'll get back to this. Sorry about that. So yeah, so I found these both for $1 each, which I think is actually a really good price considering if a comic book shop sells them both for like between $7 to $15, that just saves a lot of money. And then as you can see, like, I mean, the artwork in these is just unbelievable. Like I grew up watching Power Rangers when I was a kid and I just absolutely love Godzilla. Like I have a lot of Godzilla stuff and toys and obviously some games. So I've actually got a video that I did that actually brought a really expensive PS3 Godzilla game and then the Japanese version too. So they'll be in my playlist somewhere. So if you want to check that out, it's the most I've ever spent on the game. It's probably the most I will ever spend on the game, but it is amazing game, Godzilla on PS3. Love to get the PS4 version, but it is just ridiculous pricing, like unbelievable. So anyway, all right, so they were the first two things I brought, and then as I go through everything, that's going to be the order on when I bought the stuff. All right, so next we got The Wizard of Oz on 3D, like 3D on Blu-ray, sorry. It's interesting because I've been looking up stuff on like CEX, which is a game place that's in Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane. So there's none in South Australia or Western Australia or Northern Territory. I've been doing some business with them for a while where what I'll do is I'll look up stuff, and if I can get enough, like you can get cash or voucher, but I prefer voucher because it just makes it a little bit easier for me. So what you can do is if you find enough stuff there, you just go on their website, you sign up, which doesn't cost anything, and then you just look up what the item is, condition, and then you put it in and you can send the stuff to them and it's free. Like you just pay for what you're packaging the items in, send it to them, and then if it's all good, because they'll go through it before they give you anything, and if it's all good, they'll give you the voucher amount, and then yeah, you get a voucher to spend on. And they sell a lot of stuff there. They don't just sell video games. They got Blu-rays, video games, computer stuff, PC games. They got everything there. Electronics, phones, watches. You can just go on and on and on. They got a lot of stuff. Anyway, so apparently they were selling this for about $30. We only paid 5, and The Wizard of Oz is an old good movie, so why not? And then this game, I'm very happy I bought this game. So funny enough, these games, so this is the Sly collection. All 3 of these games did come out on PlayStation 2, but all of them now are like over $100 or more each here. And it's just a lot. I did actually see 2 of them. I can't remember what 2 I saw, but I only got this game for $70. They did want 80, but I got it down to 70. Now, I like to bargain on games, but I don't like to go too crazy or low. You can, but I don't know. I'm just not that kind of person. I like to go a little bit low, but not just like stupid low. Because you want to make a good impression when you're buying stuff from people. You don't want to be like, I want to give you this much, and then it just doesn't look good. Like if you just, work with the person, then you can get some good deals, which I think I did really well with what I bought. So yeah, so we got this. So I'm very happy about that, so I can at least play these games. We got Earth Defense Forces 4. So this is a Japanese game. Works beautifully. I think I paid $10 for that one. We got Chaos Legion. It's actually not a bad game, actually, for this is. I believe I bought these 2 together for about 50, which is not too bad, so it's okay, I guess. And then we got Doom Eternal, and this game is actually sealed, so that's cool. And I only paid $20 for that, so that's actually not too bad. Actually, I didn't think it was actually that bad. And then the last game we got is this. It's called Argast Generations of War. It's basically like a role-play turn-based game. So if you played any of like the Desega games and all that, it's turn-based, so it's just kind of like that. So we'll just quickly chuck these games back in here so I don't get confused. Right, next we've got Destruction Derby Arenas. I like my destruction games, so we bought this one. I believe I only paid like $10 for it. I can't remember. I'm just saying rough prices because I can't remember everything. So yeah, but the next game I got is this one. It's Resident Evil Outbreak. I got really confused with this game because it's a grail, but I kept thinking these Outbreak games were like shooters, like the light gun game shooters, but they're not. Like the, I think they're called the Umbrella and Dark Side Chronicles. For some weird reason, I thought they're like that, and they're not. They're actually like the old school Resident Evil games. So it's actually pretty cool. But the person had 85 for this game, and another store had it for 90, and they were not going to go down much on it, or 85 at all. And I managed to get her down to 70, which I thought was a good deal, but CEX actually have it for 55, which kind of sucks. I'll show you that with a few other games I was looking at there too. So I did spend a little bit of money for this, but it is what it is. You can't always win. So yeah. So we got this. We got this game too, which I've been looking for a very long time to finish my Ratchet and Clank collection on PS3. So we got Ratchet and Clank Quest for Booty. I got this for $50. I got that off, so the Super Retro Squad guys were there, Ben and Julian. I actually got this off Julian's booth. It doesn't have a manual, but sometimes you just got to buy it if you just see it. That's just the way I look at it. You can't just not buy it, I'm not a completionist. Yes, I'd love the games all complete, but sometimes you just can't do it. So just don't worry about it. So yeah, all right, so we got them. All right, next we got 2 Super Nintendo games that I used to play when I was a kid, and I'm very happy I bought these. So we got Tetris 2 and we got F-Zero. I believe I paid either 60 or 50 for them both. I can't remember. But funny enough, later on in the day, I actually saw this same game for a bit cheaper, and it looked better too. But, it is what it is. Anyway, next game we got God of War Ragnarok, sealed. I actually saw this game a long time ago for $45, and I was going to buy it, but I didn't buy it. And then I actually got this game for $40. So I think I actually did really well with that game. And then getting to that point of the day where we've not got a huge amount of money left. So Go to this stall and I find these two games, don't I? So Atogi 2 Immortal Warriors and Atogi Myth of Demons. I hope I'm saying this name right because it sounds a bit crazy. They're like just like hack and slash kind of games, so they're pretty cool. But what was more interesting is what prices he had on them. So altogether, I think both of them would have cost 170. He went down to 140, and like I've been saying, I've looked up everything here before I've bought it. I know the prices of everything I've bought, so I know if I'm getting good deals or not. I was very surprised. One game was actually on point on price. The second game, whoa, that was selling for a lot more than I was expecting. And I was like, 140 for both? I can't say no. Considering this is going by CEX, I'm not saying it's the best prices or right prices. I mean, even EB Games could be a lot better or cheaper. But yeah, they had this for about 90, and they had this on CEX for about 140, 50, like just complete. Not mint, just complete. You think about it, 140 for both. I mean, I basically got one for free. Like, how could you say no to that? I couldn't. It's unbelievable. So I think I did really well with that. And then the last two games that I got, we got Forza Horizon 3. So I didn't pay too much for that. I think I paid $20 for that. Apparently this game doesn't even come out anymore. It's a set in Australia, so it's awesome. It did come out on, you could buy an Xbox like console with like free downloaded games or like the codes for games. And I know Forza Horizon 3 was one of them. So we got that. But I'm just happy I got the physical and it works. So I'm very happy about that. So the last game I got was Forza Motorsport 6. And I paid $15 for that because that's all I had. I ran out of money. All right, so I'll show you some games that I quickly saw that I would have loved to have bought, but I couldn't because there were too much money. Now, I've been looking for this game forever, and I finally found it there. It's called Seven Sins, and as you can see there, CX is selling it for 55. The guy had it sealed, and what annoyed me more is he had a lot of these horror games on his stall. He had that game, he had Clock Tower 3, he had Silent Hill 2 and 3 and other ones, and they were just so expensive for everything. But what was even more worse is he didn't have the prices for Seven Sins and I can't remember the different game, and he didn't have the prices, and I showed him a price, and he's just like, oh, I can't sell them because I don't know how much they are. I'll come back in like 10 or 15 minutes. Well, when I came back, he had like 150 for this one, and then I think it was a stupid price for another one. And I'm like, I'm not going to get these. It's just way too much what you're asking. Yes, he had it sealed, but I'm not spending $150 for a game that's sealed when I know CX don't have it in stock now, but I can still get it cheaper on eBay if I really wanted to, but I'm not because I'm not as desperate. So yeah, so that was that one. Very annoyed about that, but it is what it is. And then I'll quickly show you the Resident Evil games. So yeah, as you can see, I got Outbreak for 70 and it's 55. And then Julian's booth actually had Outbreak File 2. So CX is selling it for 82, and he had it for 140. So I thought that was quite a lot, but I didn't end up buying it anyway. And then just to quickly show you guys, so yeah, so that Myth of Demons, 180 mint, and the second one boxed is 90. It was 90. I just took the wrong screenshot, but yeah, anyway, not to worry. So yeah, anyway, this is what I bought from the Comic and Toy Fair. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and liked the video. Quite annoyed I had to do this video again, but I wanted to do it again. It's a bit of a long one, so if you got through to this point, I thank you so much for watching and I appreciate it. Please check out my other videos. Definitely check out the one that I got the Godzilla PS3 games in because they cost me a lot, and I'd love to get some more views on those videos. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like the video, comment on the video on what you find and what you liked, and I hope to see you next time. All right, thank you guys. We'll see you next time. See ya.